Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am the Channeling Goddess. If you are new here, hi, hello. If you are returning back, welcome back. So today we are going to be doing something a bit different. We are going to be doing an herb infused oil reading. That's a mouthful. Essentially, I'm currently in the process of making some infused oils for a couple of body butters, and I thought it would be a nice little cute reading to kind of involve them in to get like a little bit more additional messages because each herb has its own property. So we'll dive into that. Now before we get started, I just want to say, and my candle is really going off. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I just want to say, if you are looking to get a specific reading, if you're looking to get a more in-depth message that is specific for you, it is helpful that you take mindful deep breaths, or you do whatever it is that you prefer to do to get in touch with your own intuition. For me, it is the mindful deep breaths. So normally I inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 3, and exhale for 5 to 6 seconds. This just helps me get more in touch with my intuition, so that I can receive the messages that Spirit is trying to give me. Okay, and I just saw 111 on the clock. Okay, so for pile number 1, we have lavender infused herbs. I don't know if you can see this. I just did this today, but the oil you can already start to see is changing color. Okay, and then we have some calendula. And all of this is in sweet almond oil, okay? So I want to read a little bit about each of these herbs, and maybe that'll help give you some idea on what pile that might be the right pile for you. Okay, so for lavender, which is pile number 1, lavender primarily helps with relaxation, stress relief, sleep, and minor skin issues like burns, acne, and wounds. Okay, it's calming, antimicrobial, and antioxidant effects actually help a lot with the skin. And I always like to say that lavender is more than skin deep, right? Especially when a lot of people uses it mostly for like the soothing properties, right? That calming effect that it gives you, the ability to relax, have a peaceful night's rest. Something about the smell of lavender just really gives you that feeling of just pure relaxation, okay? And then for calendula, this one also is good for the skin as well. So it's excellent for healing skin, treating inflammation, moisturizing dry skin, acting as an antiseptic and antifungal. It is also known for being gentle on sensitive skin. So for calendula, a lot of what it deals with is like that dryness that is on your skin. It also helps heal the skin as well. It helps with like inflamed skin as well. So it's like really good for eczema. And it helps moisturize the skin, okay? So I say between these two herbs, while they both do help with skin, one is more like, I guess you can say mental, right? And more than skin deep, while calendula is more on the surface. It's more of the outward appearance, okay? So I am going to go ahead and get started, and I will meet you in your pile. See you there. Hello, pile number 1. So you chose the lavender infused oil. So I'm going to read it again, some of the properties of lavender infused oil, just in case you didn't get it all in the introduction. So this one primarily helps with relaxation, stress relief. It also helps with minor skin issues such as like burns, acne, and cuts, so actual wounds on the hand. It also has a lot of calming, antimicrobial, and antioxidant effects. Okay, so I said in this in the beginning as well, but lavender has that soothing property that helps with like sleep and relaxation. So for me, it's more of like mental. So I feel like the messages that are going to be coming through today are more about things that are not so much on the surface. It could even be about things that we're hiding, things that we're not telling anyone about, secrets that we're keeping. And Spirit is going to bring some of those to the surface today and help us deal with those. Okay, so I'm going to move this up here so you can still see it. And then we're going to pull a couple of cards just to get some messages that Spirit want us to hear at this time. Okay, so all right, so we're gonna pull from this deck. Spirit, any messages for the collective? Wow, that was quick. We have the Devil. So it says, toxic energies, obsession, attachments, addiction, oppression, abusive, shadow self, materialism, sexual lust, greed, and envy. Can move that back just a little. Okay. Can we get any more additional messages, please, Spirit? TMI. Some of you may be exploring or wanting to explore. You could actually be exploring, but some of you could be wanting to explore some sexual desires. And you're worried about how other people might see your want or desire to explore these sexual desires. We're going to talk about it, okay? And then we got the High Priestess. So it says intuition, mystery, sacred knowledge, divine feminine, inner knowing, subconscious spirituality, high power, inner voice. Okay? All right, let's get you some more cards. Okay, we have the King of Wands. So it says natural born leader, vision, boldness, daring, charm, entrepreneur, power, big picture, optimism, taking control. Yep, some of you, you're going to have to take control of these secrets that you've been hiding, some things that you want to do. You're going to have to take it's almost like I'm hearing Spirit say you're going to have to take your power back, okay? Let's get you a couple of more cards. Oh, I saw one that just flipped over. Let's see. Okay, we have the King of Cups in the reverse. You have a lot of powerful cards out here. So we have emotionally manipulative and abusive, cold-mindedness, withdrawn, selfish, and anxious. You may be feeling that right now. Let's get you one more card, and then we'll get your bottom deck energy. Okay. Is that one? Okay, that's one. So we have strength here. So it says self-love and respect, unconditional love, courage, inner strength, influence, compassion, persuasion, inner stillness. And your bottom deck energy is the king of the Knight of Cups. So it says moody, turmoil, avoiding conflict, vanity, disappointment, unrealistic, jealousy. Yeah, that unrealistic and that disappointment. I don't know if you're afraid of disappointing someone, but let's talk about it, okay? Let's get into it, pile number one. Okay, so your first card was the Devil. There may be some things that you want to do that are more on the material plane, and they're deeper into your subconscious. So like I was getting that there may be some sexual side of yourself that you want to explore, and you're a bit worried about how people will receive you or perceive this thing that you want to do. For some of you, there is some toxic energy around you. It could be that, and this doesn't have to be sexually related, right? That's just what came through in the beginning when I first got the cards. But this could be about something that you want to do that's specifically on the material plane. But you've had people tell you like, oh, this is not a good idea. Or maybe you're overthinking like who you are as a person. You really shouldn't be doing this. You should be doing something else. And you're almost, I hate to say it, but it's almost like you're letting other people dictate how you live your own life. And some of them, they are in greed and they are in envy, and you put yourself in the chain. So in the traditional Rider-Waite Smith, you can almost, and you can't quite see it here. Oh, yes, you can. Can you see right here where these chains are around people's necks? Spirit is saying this thing that you're holding on to that is deep within you, and that you're afraid to explore, it's the chain you've put around your own neck, right? You've held yourself back. Maybe, and it could be because of, somebody else told you maybe you're not good at it or you shouldn't do this, but you've let their perception of who you are or what you should be hold you back from doing the things that you want to do. There is excitement that you want to like step into your life, and you're holding yourself back. Okay, because of toxic positivity. I'm hearing that because of toxic people in your life who don't really understand what it is that you want to do. Some of you may want to, I don't know, try something new. And maybe in the past you have like expressed this to other people and they have not been as nice or as forthcoming or as receptive of what it is that you want to do. And I just saw 555. So definitely change is coming. But you've held yourself back and you haven't gone forward to do the things that you want to do because you are so afraid of others' perceptions of you, what people are going to think of you. And Spirit is saying they're going to bring this to the surface, okay? Now, I don't want you to like get a little afraid, but for some of you, this is going to come to the surface and you're going to have to deal with it. You will no longer be able to avoid this thing that's deep within you, right? For some of you, this is specifically about like your sexual nature, some things that you want to try. Like, I'm not getting in your business, but that's definitely coming through. It's about some of this is about your sexual nature. For others of you, this is about a job. This is about a partner. You may be, some of you could be secretly dating someone and you haven't told your family or friends, and you're probably going to be put in a situation where this is going to come to light, okay? Now, your second card was the High Priestess. So it talks about intuition, mystery, sacred knowledge, divine feminine power. So some of you really need to step into your feminine power, the inner voice, and then it talks about spirituality and higher power. For some of you, you may be on a journey of doing a lot of shadow work, and you're uncovering the truth within yourself, more on a spiritual level. And that may be something else you're hiding because whatever spirit is asking you to do, you're not quite ready, because you're afraid that people are going to judge you. So like, let's give an example. Let's say that you've been called to do tarot readings, right? It is in your soul. You feel the most at home when you do them, but you're afraid to tell people that you're doing this, right? And Spirit is saying you're going to be put in a situation where it is going to come out, right? Because it's almost like there's a song like, be not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. For some of you, that's what you are. You're ashamed of this power that you have. You're ashamed of the things that you enjoy. And Spirit is saying, don't be ashamed. Don't hide who you are. And some of you are going to get the chance to almost be I'm hearing the term put out in Front Street. So you may be in a place where you're put out front, and I just saw 808. You may be put in a place where you're put out front, where other people get a chance to see you. Other people get a chance to acknowledge who you are and what you can do. And it is going to shift the things that are like on the surface, like not on the surface level, things that are so far deep in you that like, it's almost like you're holding yourself back because you won't release the things that are deep within you. You won't release them, and you won't walk into the path that you're meant to walk into. So you're holding yourself back, and Spirit is saying, we're about to bring this to the surface. Okay. And then you have the King of Wands, which is your third card. It talks about a natural born leader, boldness, daring, charm, optimism taking control. So for some of you, I can feel this energy really heavy. Some of you prefer to be in the background, right? You don't want to be a leader. I will almost imagine that you heard me say natural born leader, and you probably instantly thought, this is not my pile, right? It could have been you, like these two messages. You're like, okay, I get that. That feels like me. But the minute I said natural born leader, if you haven't clicked off already, you're probably thinking to yourself, stop calling me out. But you're thinking to yourself, I am not a natural born leader. I don't want to do that. That's not my calling. That is not my ministry. I don't want to do that. Pick somebody else. And it's for that reason, right? That you are the perfect person for this. Something about whatever this is that is deep within you, you're going to be a leader. You may even also be the type of person, or this thing may allow you to help people bring themselves out of like the darkness into the light. Because I want you to notice how your first card started out with look like a lot of darkness, a lot of shadows, and it's just getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter, right? There are even like images of the sun here, and Spirit is saying that for some of you, doing this calling is going to, wow, the cards are just, ugh, I hate when it does that. For some of you, you're going to be bringing people out of darkness into light. And you're almost going to be like a leader. Like I'm thinking of, for some reason, this man holding this, what looks like a staff, makes me think of like Moses, like actually guiding people, through the Red Sea. That's what for some reason, that's what it's making me think of. And you may be a reluctant natural born leader, but you are a leader and you cannot avoid it anymore. Okay. All right. And then your fourth card is the King of Cups, and it's in the reverse position. So it talks about emotional, manipulative and abusive, cold-mindedness, withdrawn, selfishness, anxious. For some of you, you may have been in a situation where you have withdrawn yourself, and you may be almost hiding, right? And it kind of, to me, this card really it was important that these cards come out, this one come out right behind this one right here, because you've been hiding your gift. You've been hiding the natural born leader that you are, right? And it could be, and I think I talked about it here, people could have made you feel a certain type of way, made you feel like you're not good enough. They may have been emotionally manipulative toward you, and it is like cause you to regress and almost go within yourself. Like I'm seeing a turtle going into its shell. For some of you, Spirit is saying it is time to come out of that, right? And like, to me, the way these cards fill out is so like, oh, it's so beautiful, because you have the King of Wands, which talks about you being a natural leader, but then you have the King of Cups, which is in the reverse, that talks about like emotional manipulation and like being selfish and anxious and withdrawn. And then your very next card is Strength, which talks about self-love, respect, unconditional love, courage, and a strength, right? Because Spirit is saying you're going to need the strength to get through this next phase of your life. For some of you, you have been behind the camera, so to speak. It doesn't have to be an actual camera, but for some of you, you've been behind the camera. You've been hiding your light. You've been hiding the thing that Spirit has given you, and you're no longer going to be able to do that. For some of you, you may have something that goes viral. For some of you, you may be acknowledged at work. For others of you, you could be acknowledged by your family for the first time. And I'm hearing like, and I think this came out in another reading, your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. For some of you, you're going to have the inner courage to move forward, because things are about to change for you. And I would not be surprised if they kind of happen drastically. And the reason why I say that is look at the shadows, right? You went from shadows to complete light. It wasn't like you eased into it. The light just keeps getting brighter, but when it went from shadows to pure light. So for me, this feels very sudden. It feels like it's going to happen out of nowhere, and you're going to go from shadows, and like, even look at kind of like the moon behind her kind of looks like horns as well. It's almost like you're going to go from being absolutely unknown to known everywhere. And then you're going to be a leader, right? And you're going to fight it. You are going to fight this progression. You're going to fight this leaderness or leadership ability within you. You're going to want to regress. And Spirit is saying you're going to have the strength to persevere, right? To move forward. Have compassion, not only for those that you will be leading, but for yourself. Okay. And then your bottom deck energy was the Knight of Cups, which talks about moody, turmoil, avoiding conflict. You don't like that. Disappointment and unrealistic jealousy. There will be people around you who will be jealous of your light. And it may make you question like, okay, should I really be doing this? Like, maybe I'm not good enough. Like, maybe I actually shouldn't be trying to do this. And Spirit is saying, have compassion for yourself. You are not going to disappoint anyone. There are people who are waiting for your light to shine, right? They're waiting for you to walk into the light. You've been hiding yourself, and Spirit is saying you cannot hide anymore. Pile number one. I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry. You cannot hide your light anymore. It is meant to shine. It is meant to be a beacon of hope for so many other people. Like, to me, like, there are two descriptions of the sun, and I think the sun is here. Yeah, look, the sun is, I don't know if you can see it because it's so much light, but there's sun here, right here as well. So you have 3 cards with like the sun in the background. Like, seriously, pile number one, like, I would not be surprised if you if you know this is not for you, you know it's not for you. But I would not be surprised if you went viral, if you became famous overnight, if you have been, let's say you've been auditioning for a long time and you finally get a call back, and now it's like the opportunity of your dreams. It could be that you've been working on this project and it finally came to fruition, and you submit it and you just kind of sit back and like, I'm not going to worry about it. It is what it is. It's a small project. Nobody's going to like care about it. And then the freaking CEO or the VP of the department like wants to talk to you about this particular project that you're working on. Something about it is going to feel like it happens overnight. Okay, like I'm really being drawn to the way that the way the colors in these cards look. It is going to happen overnight, and it is going to be like the sun. The sun is unavoidable. Even when there are clouds outside, even when it is raining, the sun is still shining. Okay, it is still giving light to the earth. So like I this is kind of exciting. Pile number one. Let me get you some more cards. Let's get some more cards. Okay. Spirit, can we get some additional messages for pile number 1, please? Okay, we got 2 cards came out. Wow. We have the King, Control, Reversal of Fortune. Yep. Your fortune is about to change. And then we have the Patron. It says Mentorship, Finances. And your bottom deck energy is the Forgotten. It says Missed Opportunities, Fear of Failure. Yes. Pile number 1. Listen, let me tell you something. Okay. What did that man say on me, the meme? Let me tell you something. You are afraid of failure. And that's what I was getting with this disappointment card. You're afraid that, like, maybe I really shouldn't been doing this. Maybe I'm not really called to do this. Maybe at one point you really felt like you were called and like Spirit had this calling on your life and it was something that you were supposed to do. And you didn't do it, or the time passed, or whatever the case may be, or somebody made you feel bad about it. And Spirit is saying that this is not a forgotten opportunity. This is not a missed opportunity, but you have to take the bull by the horns, right? Your first card that came out is the King, which talks about control, reversal of fortune. For some of you, you're trying to control the outcome of this and you cannot. Okay, your fortune is about to change. For some of you, you may be coming into a lot of money. And you may be put into the spotlight. Like, this feels like, let's say you won the lottery and instead of like claiming it anonymously, you didn't really know how to claim it. So you just claimed it and put your name out there and now you're in the forefront. That's just an example. It doesn't have to be that, but it's just an example. But Spirit is saying your fortune is about to change. Things are about to change so sudden for you that it may feel like I'm hearing open up the windows of heaven and like, what is it? Blessings you won't have room to receive or something like that. And for you to get the mentorship and finances card, this really is talking about your finances is about to change. It's about to shift. For some of you, like I talked about, you may be working on a project and then you finish it and then you just let it go. It is what it is. And the VP is going to want to talk to you, or the CEO or whatever the case may be wants to talk to you, and it may lead to another promotion, right? Where you're put more into the public eye, or you have like more, I don't want to say severe, but more like powerful. That's the right word. Thank you, Spirit. More powerful eyes on you. I feel like I have a hard time saying powerful, but anyway, more powerful eyes that are on you. You may also be like a patron, or you may have a patron. So somebody that may invest in you. Maybe you've been working on a specific project and you've been needing finances to continue to have it to grow. And that's going to come in. You're going to have a patronage that is going to come in and help you with that. So that's a very specific message. So it's not for all of you, but things are about to shift so dramatically for you. Pile number 1, this thing that you've been hiding, this gift that you've been hiding, that you have not let your light shine, that time is over. Okay, your time of being the hermit is over. That your time of hiding your light, hiding your gift is over. You are being put into the forefront, and once you get there, there's no going back, right? You're just gonna have to have the strength to move forward. Okay, I want to pull from the Audacity deck just to see if we get any cool messages. Spirit, can we get 2 cards please from the Audacity deck for pile number 1? Any messages that we need to hear at this time? Too many cards. We'll keep shuffling. Yeah, pile number 1, you're really going to be put out into the forefront, and it may be uncomfortable for you because you may be the type of person who prefers the background. You may be one of those people, like if you sang in choir, you didn't mind getting up there as long as you were not in the front, as long as you could be in the back. And you, like, if you could be in the back, you would probably blow and just like really have a good time. But putting you out in the forefront was like, please don't, pick somebody else. And then we have the taco here that came out. And then the last straw. I'm going to read this out of the book, but I can tell you for me now, because I know books have different meanings, but for me, this last straw, Spirit is saying you're on your last leg. And essentially what this means is you can no longer hide anymore. Like, your days of hiding are over, right? You're going to be put into the forefront, and there's going to be no way to avoid it. And then under the bottom deck energy, we have coffee. So I'm going to read these 2 actually out of the book. So give me a second. Okay, so the taco said, the gloriously perfectly encapsulated food. Meat, cheese, sour cream, and extra guac. Everything you need in the palm of your hands. Not all things that fall apart are broken. You may be stuck in a mess, but this isn't the end. Scoop up the pieces and remember that your routine does not define you. You can always change directions. You are a work of art. Eat up. Literally, like, you may be thinking because of all your broken pieces, you cannot do this thing that you feel like you've been called to do, right? And maybe someone else made you feel that way as well. Like, oh my God, like God would never call you, or spirit would never call you. You've done this and you've done that. And you feel like because of your broken pieces, you cannot move forward into this path. And spirit is saying it's because of your broken pieces that we are able to use you, that we're able to work with you. It's because of your broken pieces. Like, a taco is still a taco. It's still freaking delicious. Even if it's like falling all apart, I can tell you right now, there's not a taco, especially if it's one that I love. Listen, I don't care if it falls apart all over the plate. I would get a fork and I would eat that bitch. You hear me? Eat your goddamn taco. Okay. And then we got the last straw. It says, when it's the last straw, quite literally, the straw that broke the camel's back, drawing the short straw. It said, it's time to face the music. What did I say? When you pull this card, you are ready for the truth, ready to roll up your sleeves and dig in, ready to face your own personal Monday. You got this. Pile number one, like, this is your destiny. This is part of your dharma here. This is part of what you're supposed to do. And Spirit is saying you can no longer hide your light anymore. Like, you can no longer hide under a bushel, because these are the things that you're meant to do, okay? Let's get you 2 cards from here. Spirit, can we get 2 cards from this deck, please? I feel like we need like some cartoonish cards. I love the imagery in these cards. It's so pretty. Okay, can we get 2 cards, please, Spirit? Just some additional messages for pile number 1. Pile number 1, you're really gonna have to step into your light. And I'm seeing like I'm seeing the image of, like, you know how like when you go bungee jumping and they tell you once you go up there, the only way down is to like jump. For some of you, you've gotten to the top and you're like, no, I'm good. I don't really want to jump. That don't seem like my ministry. And it's almost like Spirit is going to push you. Look, you have this squirrel preparation. Yeah, Spirit is saying, prepare yourself. We about to push you the fuck off this cliff. Oh my God. Let's get you one other card. And look at the sun. Like, I'm telling you, the sun is very prevalent in your deck here. Like, you are going to be shining. There will be no way to avoid your light. People, even if there were people who avoided you before, they will not be able to deny your greatness now. They will not be able to deny it, even in their like uncomfortability, even in their like hate or disrespect or whatever it is. They will not be able to not notice your light, because it's going to be so bright. So bright. Let's get you one last card. Spirit, can we get one last card, please, for pile number 1? I'm literally, like, I kid you not, I am seeing the image of somebody being pushed off a cliff. So for some of you, you're going to have to be pushed off this cliff, because you're like, Spirit, I'm not ready. Like, I can't be a leader. I don't know how to lead these people. I don't even know how to lead me. I can't lead myself to a cup of water. Spirit is saying you're going to be absolutely fine. We will push you. Sometimes you don't know your own strength until you're being pushed into that situation. Look at this tenacity. You have it. You have the tenacity to do this. Look at this. And then I talk about a turtle earlier, seeing a turtle going into its shell. Spirit is saying have patience with yourself. Definitely have some compassion for what it is that you're doing. Okay, let's pull you some more cards. Since this is an herbal reading, we have to pull from the Green Witch's Oracle deck. We'll get 2 cards. All right, so we have Butterfly. So it says Transformation, Joy, Transience. And then we have Walking Staff. Didn't we? Confirmation, y'all. Walking Staff, support, encouragement. And you guys are not going to believe what's at the fucking bottom deck. You're not going to believe me. Look at this shit. Look at this. Sun, healing energy, happiness, comfort, joy. When I tell you your light is going to be so fucking bright that the people who in the past have denied you, the people in the past who have said, oh, she can't do this. Oh, he can't do this. Oh, he's not good enough for this. They will have to eat their fucking words. Do you hear me? They will have to swallow them bitches whole. Okay? Because Spirit is saying that your light is going to be so beautiful that everybody, even those who like didn't even fucking know you had that light, they about to see it. They about to see it. They about to see your light because it is going to be so undeniable. And I want you to notice how you have a butterfly here, which always talks about transformation, but you have it here as well. You are coming out of your cocoon. Okay, this lavender where we talked about sleep, you are coming out of that sleep. You are coming out of rest and relaxation, and you are going full force, my friend. You are doing this. Okay, let's get you a shaman oracle card. I want to give one and I'll actually read this one from the book, and then we're gonna get some angel numbers as well. Spirit, can we get one message for pile number 1, please? Man, that sun at the bottom deck energy, I love when like cards do, like when the energy of the cards just like flow right with the reading. Oh, so beautiful. Can we get one card, please, for pile number 1, please, Spirit? It's 2. Yeah, some of you are going to be going through some radical change. Radical change. You may move. You may, your friend circle may completely change. Okay, we have Perfect Storm that came out. It says courage. Wow. The courage to step into life. And then your bottom deck energies was Eye of the Eagle rising above the fray. So I'm going to read the Perfect Storm from the book. And I also want to say this, 44 has been coming out heavy for me like over the past 2 or 3 months. So that may actually be a message for some of you. Maybe that's how you know this pile is your pile, okay? So the Perfect Storm says, the perfect storm is an invitation to act now. Wow. Oh, love confirmation. Is an invitation to act now, the courage to step into life, sheltering from turbulence. The perfect storm appears. It cautions you to be ready for an exciting, if turbulent time. The winds are picking up and you need to make sure that you are close to the eye of the storm or you will be buffeted by gusts that may take you far from where you need to be. The key is to remain centered and balanced and bear witness as the forces build in intensity. Notice how the loose stuff is starting to fly around and recognize how little of it you truly need. Look at that. It says, let go of those thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that clutter your heart and cloud your mind. Then the storm will be perfect for you. And this, I want you to know, I wanted you to see this. The bottom of this is 88. Maybe confirmation for someone else. It says, if you wonder what you might lose during the perfect storm, know that it is those things we are most attached to that are taken first, as if life were trying to unburden us of our righteous self-importance. Let it all go with the wind. The less you resist the change brought by the perfect storm, the happier you will be. Ride the winds to your next destination. Embrace the rain or the snow. Remember that every time you try to argue with nature, you lose. The perfect storm can also be a call for you to seize the moment. Seize the goddamn moment, y'all. It says there might be a great opportunity that you need to take advantage of right now. Carpe diem this hoe, okay? Here, time is of the essence. It may be gone shortly, so don't hesitate. Go ahead, bite off more than you can chew, and take the storm on in all its terrifying greatness. Experience the fullness of life. You will succeed. Listen, pile number 1, the Spirit is talking to you right now. You will definitely rise above the fray, right? You will rise because it is your time. It is your time to shine. Like, oh my God. I'm literally hearing, what is it? I think it's Life Size. What is the song that they sing at the end? Shine bright, be a star. That's what I'm hearing. Listen, Pile number one. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to ride on your goddamn coattails, baby, because some stuff is about to happen for you. And like I'm telling you, it is going to be so sudden. It is going to feel like it's coming out of nowhere. But I'm here to tell you it's not coming out of nowhere. Okay? Let's get you some angel number cards. That was quick. Let's see. I'm gonna leave this out here. We're gonna keep shuffling, but I'm gonna leave this out here. It's 2112, so it says it's up to you. Yep. Let's get you one more card. Can we get one card? Another card for pile number one. Your cards are flying, and then we have 2323. And then your bottom deck energy is 1313, starting fresh. And then I say 44 have been coming out for me a lot. Look at here. You're protected. I just want to show you that. You are protected in this change. You're being divinely guided, okay? So let's read these cards. So the first one says 2112. It says someone's watching over you. It says it's up to you. Good fortune, unforeseen forces, direction. You are being pulled in the right direction by forces you cannot see, okay? It says even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. If you see this number, it's a sign that everything will work out in your favor and your dreams will come true. Listen, pile number one, this is like, I love this. So then we have 2323. So it says endless cycles, charisma, communication, society, movement, journey, repetitive circumstances, and patterns. There's some truth you're resistant to accept. What did I say? You're being resistant. Like the truth you're being resistant to accept is that you're a leader. You are a born natural leader. Okay. It says there are some truth you're resistant to accept over and over again until you're tired of restraint beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about passion. Then you make a change and the world around you follows. Listen, I don't even need to say anything. And then your last card was bottom deck energy. So it's 1313. It says starting fresh. You are starting a whole new journey. It says encouragement, goals, foundation, creative ventures, communication. It says step out of your comfort zone. You are about to create something meaningful. All your skills and talents will bring you auspicious profits. Build up your confidence and trust in your decisions. Listen, pile number one, that's it. It ain't nothing else left to say for your pile. I mean, if you didn't get it then, I don't know what else to tell you. Spirit just kept giving you confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. Like, listen, when you walk outside and you see the sun, know that that's you. That's another confirmation for you because you got the sun all up and through your pile here. Every time you look up at the sun, know that that's a version of you. Know that you're seeing yourself progression. Know that that's a sign from the universe and a sign from spirit that things are moving in your path. All you have to do sometimes is just get out of the way and let spirit do it for you, okay? Take these chains off of yourself because you put them on yourself. Yep, other people said things and they made you feel a certain way, but you decide to take it on. Also, for some of you, you may start seeing a crow. I wanted to put that out there. You may see a crow. That may also be a sign that this sudden change is about to happen for you. If you see 4 of them, keep that in mind as well. Okay. So pile number one, this is all of the messages that I have for you. Like your pile was so fucking cool. Like I am like on a high from your pile. It is so awesome. I really do appreciate you taking out time for me, allowing me to read your energy. And I hope to see you next time in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. So you chose the calendula oil, the infused calendula oil. So I'm going to read it from the book. Hold on. Just in case you didn't read or hear all of what was said in the intro. Okay, so calendula is excellent for healing the skin, treating inflammation, moisturizing dry skin, and acting as an antiseptic and antifungal. It is also known for being gentle on sensitive skin. Okay, so I think I said this in the beginning as well. Calendula, especially compared to lavender, is more of a surface level. So we're gonna dive in, just get some answers from spirit about what potentially, why you were drawn to this pile, some information that you may need to know at this time. I do want to acknowledge this because it was on the table when I moved the cards. When I tried to pick them up, this one came out in the reverse. So it's the Magician in the reverse. So it says manipulative, disorganization, incapable, poor planning, untapped talents, weakness of will, insecurity, delays, illusion. So I just want to see put that one out there just in case. And I just saw 111. I wanted to put that out there just in case. That might mean something to someone, but we're going to go ahead and dive in and get some cards, okay? Spirit, can we get some... Yeah. Spirit, can we get some messages for pile number 2, please? Any messages that they might need to hear at this time. Pile number 2, I just heard somebody tried to dim your light. And you let them. Somebody made you believe you weren't good enough. And you let them do it. That's what I just heard. All right, so we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So it says disorganization, loss, failure, negativity, procrastination, frustration, poor planning, loss, opportunity, lack of planning, foresight. Okay. I'm hearing some messages, but I'm going to keep pulling. We have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So it says disharmony, isolation, unskilled, mismanagement, working alone, lack of collaboration, no motivation, few goals, misalignment. Then you have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So it says arguments, disunity, breakup, disconnection, misaligned values, struggling relationships, despair, broken family, divorce, separation, conflict. Okay. I'm getting a theme here. I am getting a theme here. We have the Seven of Wands upright. So it says competition, challenge, struggle, protection, perseverance, conviction, strong will, defiant, determined. Let's get you one card. One last card and then bottom deck energy. Spirit, can we get one more card, please? For pile number 2. Some of you may be building something new. Because there's something about me I actually got a chair today and I was building it and putting it together. Some of you may be building something new. I don't know why that came out. And then we have the Tower. It says upheaval, not evil. Reality, disaster, sudden change, chaos, revelation, awakening, release, painful loss, tragedy. Bottom deck energy is the King of Swords. So it says precise, articulate, truthful, mental clarity, intellectual power, authority, a leader, logical, fatherly. Okay. Pile number 2, let's get in it. Okay. So when I talked about the properties or the benefits of calendula, it talks about healing of skin. Right? It talks about healing cuts, burns, moisturizing dry skin. What else did it talk about? It talks about inflammation, treating inflammation. Some of you, your spirit or your soul is inflamed. Okay? And for some of you, this is definitely like a fatherly wound that you're dealing with, and it needs to be treated. Pile number 2. I want you to notice this. You have quite a few cards here, but here's the thing I want you to notice. The cards that have like people on them, more than one person, at least 2 of them are in reverse. I would not be surprised if you have separated yourself, if you have become more of a recluse, so to speak. And I don't mean like you live in a box, in a cardboard, in the wood. I don't mean that. I mean that you've withdrawn yourself from others. Some of you have a fatherly wound that will not allow you to receive the love that's meant for you when it comes in. And some of you need to put calendula on your heart. Not physical calendula, but follow me, okay? The metaphor of what calendula does, okay? Some of you, you need to go through a complete, almost restructure and healing process. And for some of you, this is about to happen very suddenly. Okay. It is going to come out of nowhere, or at least it will feel like it does. Okay. It may cause a complete upheaval in your life. So I'm going to give you an example. This is not, okay, it's just an example. Let's say you have a father that you don't talk to, right? You guys fell out. You just don't talk anymore. This could be a friend as well. Okay. And he gets sick with cancer. Okay. And he's almost on his deathbed. And the things that you fought about, the things that you're no longer talking about, you guys don't talk anymore. It doesn't seem to matter. It's very small compared to him potentially losing his life. Okay. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but something as dramatic as that. Okay. It could be that you have always wanted to be a singer, but you've limited yourself to, like, I'm just going to work this 9-to-5 job. I'm a lawyer. I done spent all this money to go to school to be a lawyer, so I'm just going to do it. You may lose your job, and but you may lose your job, and this may cause you to go into the more creative field and actually become a singer, do something like that, right? Think about things like that, like very drastic, very dramatic changes, but it is for your good. I want you to remember this. This particular situation, this catalyst or this tower moment is not happening to you. It is happening for you. Now, I could hear you in my head saying, I don't want to hear that shit. Because this shit sucks. I don't want to hear it. It's happening for you, not to you. But I want you to keep that in mind, because as difficult as this tower moment may be, or as drastic as this change may be, you staying where you are right now, the effects of it, the long-term effects of it could be catastrophic. And Spirit is saying, almost for some of you, you've been fighting this change. Some of you might have come from pile number 1, because we were talking about fighting our destiny and fighting, becoming a leader. For some of you, you've been fighting this change. And for some of you, like I said, and I think that's why I was called to say that it may feel like it's coming out of nowhere. It's going to feel like that. But you've been fighting this change. This change has been coming for quite some time, and you've been fighting it. And here's the thing: by fighting this change, you are fighting new beginnings. You are fighting connection with other people. You're fighting your 10 of Cups. That's what you're fighting. You think you're fighting against some unknown entity. You're fighting against your own best interests. And Spirit is saying, okay, you won't do it, so now we got to. We're going to have to throw you out this tower. Yep. Dramatic. Like, you're going to be free falling, and you're going to be like, oh my God, my life is ending. It's not. It's transforming. It absolutely is transforming, but it's not ending. Or you know what? You may be right. Your old life is ending. The things that no longer serve you are ending. Okay. The beliefs that you once held sacred, they are no longer serving you. Okay. You are being pushed into a different life. You are being pushed into, I would not be surprised if some of you it was so dramatic that it was like, what do they call it? Like a glitch in the matrix, right? That's how dramatic this change may feel to you, right? But some of you, you're going to have to heal some of these wounds. Some of you have a fatherly wound that you need to heal. Your father was never around, or he was around, but like he was present, but he wasn't present. And it stopped you from doing the things that you need to do, right? It stopped you from allowing love to come into your life. It has given you the wound of everybody that I love leaves. It's giving you the wound of like, I can't start anything new because, if I try to build this relationship, they're going to leave just like my daddy did. That's not true. That's not true. Pile number 2. I'm going to need you to come on out of that. Pack up right now. Get it together. Yep. Because that's not it. I know it feels like that, right? Because I want to acknowledge your feelings. I know it feels like that, but Spirit is saying there's so much more that we have for you. There's so much more that we want to give you, but we can't quite get you to make these steps. So we gonna fucking push your ass over this cliff. Some of you, you definitely came from pile number one, because that's what we were talking about, being pushed off that cliff. Some of you, you being pushed into this new life. You've been pushed into this new abundant life that the Spirit is trying to give you, because you won't give it to yourself. Ooh, pile number two, you won't give it to yourself. You've been holding your own self back. Let's get you some cards. Spirit, can we get 2 cards from this deck? You could have had a man holding a coin. Child, get it together. Look at this. Cornucopia. You've been holding yourself back from your own cornucopia. I had the sun fall out, but it also came out with rest and rejuvenation. So I'm going to keep shuffling. If it's your card, it'll come back out. And if the sun come back out, I definitely know you came from pile number one, because the sun was all up and through their pile. Okay. Spirit, can we get one other card, please? Wow, we have the door to romance. And then your bottom deck energy is the 3rd chakra, Archangel Camuel, I think is how you say his name. Okay, listen. Pile number 2, okay? Part of your cornucopia is love. And I think I mentioned this, okay? You haven't healed that fatherly wound, so you won't allow this partner to come into your life. Yep, let's talk about it. You haven't healed that wound, right? And because of that, this partner has not come into your life. Okay. Now, for some of you, I don't want you to think I'm saying you got to be 100% whole in order to find love. I don't personally believe that. I know a lot of people subscribe to that. I personally do not believe that. I believe you can be in a space of healing and then this person can come along. I also believe you can be in a space of not even knowing you need to fucking be healed and this person can come along. Everything happens in divine timing, because your journey is your own journey. Okay. But for some of you, this is specifically about love, right? You have been keeping love out because you won't heal your own wounds. You won't put a little calendula on that wound, right? You got a little dry skin. You don't, let that love go, right? And it's not moisturizing your skin anymore. It's not moisturizing your heart. Yeah, you don't let it go, right? And now that skin is as dry as the Sahara Desert. That heart is dry as the Sahara Desert, right? And it's because you won't heal yourself. Some of you haven't even started the healing process. Girl, what you doing? You ain't even started the healing process. You got to start somewhere. Start small. If you saying to yourself, listen, I can't do all that. I can't. I'm scared. Sometimes you got to do stuff scared. You got to do stuff shaking in your goddamn boots. Shocking. I know. But you got to do it. And I want you to notice something. You got 1 and a 3 here. And then you got 11 and 33 here. For some of you, you may be 33. For others of you, these numbers could be coming out when this change is about to happen for you. Some of you could be turning 33. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, people call this like the year of Jesus. I think it is. I think that's when he's died. I can't remember. But some of you, you're about to find love. And Spirit wants you to heal those wounds in you that you have you've let them fester. You haven't healed them. And some of you, it was so bad you didn't even know you needed to be healed. Ooh, wrong, janky. It is so bad you didn't even know you needed to be healed. And Spirit is saying, we're here to tell you, you got to heal this. And like I said, this tower moment is coming. You cannot avoid it, because where you're going, there needs to be a certain version of you that can go to that place. You can't go to this place. You can't get to this 10 of Cups. You can't get to this Ace of Pentacles without being this certain version of yourself. Not a full, whole, completed version. That is not what I'm saying. Do not get it twisted. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying that there is a specific version of you that needs to go down this next path. And Spirit is going to bring about this tower moment so that you can get there. I want to pull you some cards from the Oracle, the Green Witch's Oracle deck. We can't do a herb reading without pulling from there, okay? That was quick. We got Trunk, Stability, Loyalty, Reliability. And we got Potion, Invigoration, Empowerment. And then your bottom deck energy is Hearth. It says safety, comfort, spiritual connection. Okay? So let's talk about it. The first one, Trunk, Stability, Loyalty. For some of you, and I think I said this, thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. You don't want to fall in love, or you don't want to put yourself out there because you're like, well, this person's not going to be loyal to me. My daddy wasn't loyal to me. He wasn't loyal to me. He just left me. There was no stability there. So why would I give anybody else stability? Why would I do that? For some of you, you've got to heal this wound because the ground that you're standing on is so unstable, right? It is so uncomfortable. It's so shaky, right? That there is no real roots there, right? It can be pulled up. Like I'm listening, I'm hearing, what do you stand for if you'll fall for anything? If you'll fall for anything, what will you stand for? Spirit is saying your ground, the ground that you're trying to build something on, the ground that you're trying to walk on is so unstable that we can't give you anything. We can't give you no cornucopia. We can't give you abundance. We can't give you love because it's unstable. The ground where you're trying to build something new is unstable. That's why this Ace of Pentacles is in reverse, because what you're trying to build right now, we can't land anything on this. This is like trying to land a Boeing 747 on a paper plane. You can't do that. It's too unstable. Okay? And then you got Potion. It says invigoration, empowerment. Spirit is going to give you, okay, the potion to empower yourself. And it is not going to look the way you want it to look. It's going to come in the form of a tower moment. Something unexpected, something you didn't see coming, but it is a potion. Spirit is giving you a chance, a quick fix, so to speak, right? Spirit is giving you a potion to fix this, okay? And while this may be a quick fix, it's gonna be a hard one to deal with, okay? Because you've been fighting it. You've been fighting this change. For some of you, you have been fighting this change. For others of you, you are in the midst of fighting, and Spirit is trying to get you to stop before you get to the point where you can't turn around. Now is the time to slow down, take a breather, take stock of what land you're trying to build something on. And see if it's stable enough for you to do what you want to do. I don't think so. With this deck, it's given instability. That's what it's given. And then your bottom deck energy is Hearth, okay? It says safety, comfort, spiritual connection. Spirit is trying to give you this. Spirit is trying to give you safety, comfort, and spiritual connection, but you don't want it. You've been fighting it. You have been saying to yourself, no, I don't know if I want to do that. Spirit about to smack you upside the head. That's what this is. That Tower Morning is smack. That Tower card is a smack upside the head because they've been trying to get you to move, I'm telling you right now, if you are one of the people in this pile, the Spirit, like you know you ain't quite close to the smack upside the head, and you'll know if you there because you've been feeling like, oh my God, something about to happen. You've been feeling it in your spirit. You've been waking up in the middle of the night with something feeling like it's sitting on your chest, right? It's that Tower moment. It's about to smack you clean across the face. For those of you that's not there yet, I would advise you to stop fighting this change. Stop fighting this movement. Because the more you fight it, the harder it's going to be. You ain't going to like that smack. I can promise you. I can assure you it ain't going to feel good. You ain't gonna like it. Not this one. Not this one. You may be into that kinky shit, but you ain't gonna like this one. You ain't gonna like it. Let's get you 2 cards from this deck here. Communicate with Spirit. You ain't been communicating with Spirit. You ain't been communicating with your ancestors. You ain't been communicating with nobody. Spirit said you about to communicate now. You about to say hello. You ain't gonna even be able to defend yourself. Work. Spirit finna put you to work. Spirit about to put your ass to work, honey. You ain't gonna be able to avoid this no more. Whatever this is, Spirit is saying you've been trying to defend yourself against something that is inevitable. And it's for your highest good. You know what I'm hearing Spirit say? Spirit said, imagine me trying to help you and you like, nah, I don't want that. Imagine Spirit trying to give you $1 million and you like, no, Spirit, I'm good with 10,000. That's why I'm good. What? And then you turn around and say, Spirit, like, I really need some money. I got to pay these bills. I got to take care of my family. Spirit trying to offer you $1 million and you like, no, Spirit, I don't really, no, dude, I don't want it like that. Spirit about to smack you upside the head with that $1 million. You gonna be all right, pile number 2. I promise you're gonna be all right, okay? Let's get some more cards. Uh-oh, that was quick. That was quickie. I'm going to show you these because I was only going to get 2, but I'm going to show them to you. We got duality. It says, do not forget about the dual nature of people. Partnership. Wait a minute. Daughter romance. Partnership. Joining forces with business partners for a win-win cooperation. And then we got wrong directionership. I don't know why I just said that. I'm thinking of Princess and the Frog. It says, reckless behavior can lead to bad consequences. Think before you act. I'm going to keep shuffling because I was only looking for 2 cards, but I wanted to show you those. If they are your cards, they will come back out, okay? Spirit, can we get 2 cards, please? We have independence. It says, manage money yourself. Independence guarantees security. And we have fertility. It says, it's time to think about family, life, and children. And then your bottom deck energy is many choices. It says, opportunities come around when you are in a dilemma. All roads lead to Rome. Listen, Spirit is saying you have many choices and you ain't choosing the right one. Ow. For some of you, this independence card goes 2 ways. For some of you, you've been so independent that you won't ask Spirit for help. Clock that T. You're so independent that you won't ask Spirit for help. You won't depend on nobody else. Look at it. Don't depend on others, okay? You won't depend on Spirit to help you out, right? And like I said, what are the example I give? Spirit is trying to give you $1 million and you're like, nah, Spirit, let me go ahead and get this 10. But while you at it, can you figure out a way to help me pay my bills? Spirit is saying you're so independent you don't even see what we're giving you. Like I would not have been surprised if the 4 of Cups had to come out in this reading, because that's what this reads like. It reads like the 4 of Cups. For others of you, Spirit is saying that we're trying to put you in a more independent space, right? And some of you need to leave that old stuff behind. You need to leave family behind. You need to leave friends behind. Those old people who don't serve your purpose. Right? They're not here to help you. They're not here to grow. They're here to help you fight against your own path. They're here to help you fight against what Spirit has got for you. And Spirit is saying you need to be independent of those people. You need to learn to think independently of those people because you let those people stop you from moving forward. Yes? Yes. Okay. Then we have fertility here. It says it's time to think about family, life, and children. For some of you, this is specifically about birthing, quote unquote, your own family. This does not mean you have to physically give birth to your family. This could be you creating your own family. This could also be you creating something else, like a passion that becomes your family. It becomes your life, something that you truly enjoy doing. Some of you may be in a part of what you may Spirit may be wanting you to do is to work with children. I'm hearing that as well. Something about these balloons as well make me think of like a kid's party. So some of you may actually be working with children. Spirit is saying that you have many choices and you have many opportunities, many decisions that you can make. And right now, some of you, you're not making any choices. You're not choosing anything. You just like, listen, Spirit, I'm going to sit back and relax and I'm going to let you do it all. But you won't even make a choice. Spirit is like, okay, bet. Here are the choices. You got A, B, C, or D. And you're like, yep, Spirit, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to let you make these choices. Spirit like, oh, A, B, C, or D. You won't choose. You got to choose. Pick a card, pick a pile, pick a place, pick a time, pick a something. You won't pick a nothing. Come on now. Pick something. Pile number 2, you gotta make a decision. Since you got this daughter romance card and we got that partnership card, we're gonna pull for the romance and love deck. Let's see if we can get some more additional messages. Spirit, can we get a couple of cards from the romance and love deck? Hideaway. Make time to be with your person. Create your own special hideaway. Some of you, you've been hiding away too much. Yes? Yes. Okay. You need to come out of that hermit mode and come out here with the rest of us. Celebrate. It says today, celebrate the love you share with those who matter most. Celebrate yourself. Some of you, you're going to be in a time of celebration. It's coming. You're going to have to get through this tower moment, but you're going to go into a time of celebration. And then we have together at your bottom deck energy. It says find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. Some of you, you are definitely going to end up in a relationship. This is a fated relationship. It is meant to be. It is meant to happen exactly the way that it is happening. Okay. It is meant for you to find this person, but you got to go through this tower moment first. You're going to have to go through this tower moment first, because if you were to meet this person in the phase of your life that you are in right now, as a person you are right now, you wouldn't even be able to appreciate them. Oh, clock the T, sis. Clock it. You wouldn't even be able to meet them. You wouldn't even be able to accept them as they are right now. Okay, let's get you a meditative message from the Shamanic Dream Oracle deck. Spirit, can we get one card, please? For pile number 2. Pile number 2, this was a heavy message. This one was pretty heavy. Let's see if we can get you a couple of more last cards. Spirit, can we get one card from the Shamanic? Yeah. That's too many cards right there. Too many cards, yeah. Y'all giving me everything. Spirit, we just need one. Just need one. Just need one card. Let's see what we get. Let's see. There we go. All right, and we got Sky Bridge, possibility for union. Yep, for some of you, this is definitely about a relationship that's coming into your life for sure. And then your bottom deck energy was gathering around the power of community. For some of you, you are going to meet your person at maybe like a community event. I don't know if like where you stay at, they do like community events. Like, you know, sometimes in certain places, in certain suburbs or apartment complexes, they do like events for like certain holidays and stuff like that. For some of you, you may meet this person at a community event. You may also start a new community. So let's say you are the type of person who likes to read books and you want to start a fantasy book community. You may meet that person there. Okay, so we're going to read Sky Bridge from the book. So it says, Sky Bridge, possibility for union, what needs to be connected or disconnected. It says you stand before a seemingly unbreachable abyss and there is no possibility of retreat. The path behind you is no longer a viable option. You have to act soon, though, or you run the risk of being stuck at the edge of the cliff. Did I say Spirit gonna push you off a cliff? Life has brought you to this moment to offer you a yet undreamt of possibility, but you must no longer postpone what you know to be the inevitable. Listen, you can't run away from this anymore. You can't fight what Spirit been trying to give you. You cannot run from the inevitable, okay? It says, and yes, you are allowed a breath or two before you leap. So take a bit of time to yourself. Get away, hide away, get away for a day or two of contemplation, or even for just a few minutes. Walk to clear your head. Muster your courage so that you may cross the Sky Bridge. Sky Bridge appears when the moment is absolutely right for quantum leap. Didn't I say something about glitch in a matrix? Quantum leap. Life believes you are ready, even if you do not agree. Remember not to confuse your true state of readiness with your plans and preparation. Respond with a determined yes, and let the universe take care of the details. You need only hold on to your positive affirmations, and the way will become obvious as you take flight and declare the abyss. You got to take flight. You cannot hold yourself back anymore. There is definitely a possibility for you to fall in love, to find that one. or the one. And Spirit is saying, for some of you, you're going to have to take this leap, this scary leap that you don't want to take. You're going to have to take it. Okay. Let's get you some angel numbers. Maybe these will be confirmation of numbers that you see. It can also be confirmation that this is your pile. I will say, if you've gotten this far, you'll know if this pile is yours or not, because it's very specific. But let's just get some angel numbers. These angel numbers could show up. Look at this, great blessings. These angel numbers could show up when these things are about to happen, when this tower moment is about to take place. So let's see what comes out. Spirit, can we get 2 cards, 2 angel number cards, please? Okay, we have 1144, high vibes. Can we get one more card, please, Spirit? Okay, and keep shuffling. We had too many come out. Spirit, can we get 1 card, please? Thank you. And we have 1221. Okay, bottom deck energy is 0808. So it says swift action. All right. So we got high vibes. So it says divine intervention, prosperity, big ventures, faded events, tower moment. That's a faded event. Faith, purpose, higher calling. Yep. You have to answer the call. It literally is the call that's coming from inside the house, y'all. Love or other happiness lurks. I can't make this shit up. What did I say? There's definitely love coming for you. Look at this. Love or other happiness lurks just around the corner. It will be something much better than in your wildest dreams. A rare opportunity, an exciting encounter with like-minded people will exceed your expectations. What did I say about the community? You could definitely meet someone at a community event, like-minded people who share the same values that you have, okay? And you could definitely, like, literally, to me, this is confirmation. You could definitely meet someone out in an opening, like in a place where, like, you feel the most comfortable with yourself. You could definitely meet that person there. And then we have 1221. So it says taking initiative. Yep. Change, optimism, joy, communication, message, good news, expression, high vibes. And look, you got high vibes here, high vibes there. Confirmation. It says work with what you have and it will get you places. Count your blessings and acknowledge your dear ones. You will find inspiration and figure out a way forward. You might also be getting some good news soon. So for some of you, this is for some of you, not all of you. This tower moment could be good news. Keep that in mind. And then we have 0808. So it says swift action. It says wealth, empath, promises, commitment, affection, inner strength, auspicious outcomes. You will enter a time of expansion, so begin taking steps toward achieving your ultimate objective immediately. Finances will miraculously improve. Oh, and somebody has their mind set on you. Listen, some of you are about to find the one. Okay, you're about to find your soulmate. If you believe in twin flames, you're about to find that too. Okay, but Spirit is saying your finances are about to improve because almost all of your cards talks about prosperity, right? You got wealth here, you got prosperity here, okay? You got good news here, high vibes, messages. So for some of you, you're going to be getting a message soon. Take heed to the message, right? Regardless of what the messenger look like. Okay, take heed to the message because it is a message that's meant for you at this time, or Spirit would not be giving it to you. Okay, so pile number 2. This is all of the messages that I have for you. I so appreciate you sticking it out with me, even like dealing with my weird quirks throughout this reading. But I really do appreciate you allowing me to read your energy and getting this far through the energy. I want to thank all of you for sticking it out with me, and I will see you next time in your next reading. Bye.